She's sniffing her new home because there's so many smells.
Hey, baby.
Good morning. Welcome back to Golden Acres. We finally got our dogs moved out. So they're out here sniffing and exploring. Thea, come on. Come say hi. Thea. Oh, we're gonna go pee. Maybe I'll give her privacy for a minute. We've got Liz. Lizzie! They're just so interested in sniffing. I feel like getting them acclimatized to the cats. So right now I have the cats actually shut up in the garden shed and they're eating their breakfast because our dogs like cats, but they don't always play the nicest. So they have to learn how to be calm around the cats, and it's gonna be a slow process. If it's taking too long, or if it doesn't seem like it's working, of course we will rehome the cats and keep them safe. But I don't necessarily see any predictions. When we were walking them around the cats on the leash the other day, they're completely ignoring them. It's literally that they're big dogs and cats are little. They're fun to chase. So we just have to teach the dogs not to chase the cats. And you're like, can you do that? Yes. Yes, you can. Is it easy? No, not necessarily. But
Mommy, look! Butterfly.
a butterfly?
Right there. He's dead.
Oh, a moth? Yeah, I mean, it rained pretty hard last night. He might be dead.
No.
The boys are going totally crazy after the rain we've had. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys over here and show you what we've gotten done. Alright, we've got this area completely mowed. We pulled down the fence that was over here, and so that's opened up. Got the greenhouse moved in. So lots of busy work, because of course this whole area was just as tall as this over here. So not super great. Take you inside the greenhouse real quick. So she probably does. So those right there were stabilizers for getting it off the trailer. We have 2 shelves. The pots the lady I brought it off sent with us. The lights she sent with us. And then those are the posts for these that they used to prop things up closer to their grow lights, because they grew in here all year. So we got this for a pretty good deal. I mean, it's 1 year old. Came with grow lights, and there is a heater that goes with it. You can see the screws that it was hung up on. So they were selling it because they just couldn't keep up. So their loss my gain. It was also a good deal because they had the unfortunate of having a road that they lived on that was commandeered by an airport. On our way to go get it, literally you're driving up and it is telling us to drive onto the taxiway, the runway for the planes. It was absolutely ridiculous. So then, nice screen door. All right, Thea, out. Out. And so there's a fence there. It had 2 skids. Andrew broke it when we were picking it up. There's the broken piece. This is all recycled wood that they stained. Those pieces were put on there for strapping it down onto the trailer, so we didn't break the roof when it was tightened down and strapped. Thea, smile. Are you a happy dog? Oh man, everyone's crazy after the rain today. So yep, we've got it set here next to the shop. So it can have power connected to it. I'm not exactly sure how we want to connect power to it. If we want to connect power to it, we probably will for just the fans. But obviously we don't want it that low. So we're going to have to run up and then over. Oh, alright, and then over here we have landscaping we've done. Over here we dug a ditch because when we got a big rainfall, just like we did today, you can see all the standing water. Well, where this ditch was dug, it was flowing into this door right here. So this is big enough to put a car in. There's a little room, so it doesn't go all the way across, so I can't like fit the truck or the van here. But that's where we've been working on things. We got one big storm the night after working on something, so you know, you were gonna clean up things the next day. It's inside, right? You're all good. No, completely flooded, like 1.5 inches of water flooded. So this ditch got dug, and leads out to this pasture. To here. But then we also dug another ditch over here around the house. So the house needs backfilled, especially under the back deck. But we also dug this ditch here. So it helps the water go out to that back pasture. Other things we have gotten done. We got dirt brought up for the container garden, which I'm behind on. We got this pear tree mostly picked. So the harvest there is done. I'm not going to walk all the way out here, but the kids' playground is up and complete and connected. The garden area is completely unmowed. This other pear tree, I need to go check it because it was not quite ripe. And there, although it's looking like this storm knocked a bunch of stuff off. And then this other pear tree that's smaller, we missed it. It wasn't ready. I left it for a couple days. I came back and it was covered in wasps and hummingbirds. So fruit started to rot, so the insects and the hummingbirds drank all the juices. So things we need to do. Put this fence back up. We had the slide facing the other way. You can see where the clubhouse was sitting before. So we had taken the barbed wire fence down so the kids didn't like run into it. So that needs to go back up. And then out here in the middle, we have an underground dog fence so the dogs can run without supervision. That'll need to go through the pasture, and they'll have 8 or 10 of the 30 acres to just roam all the time. So they won't have the far pond, but it'll be around the shallow or the medium-sized pond, and then they won't have the front paddock with the shallow pond. Major project is this deck. Of course, like I had said before, it needs leveled because the roof is dipping and the gutters aren't draining correctly. We also have to backfill to help once again with, like I said, the reason we dug this ditch was drainage. Got to also backfill under the deck. So we'll be pulling up some of the boards, laying some backfill, and going through that. And then we missed out on the grapes this year. So I did an update and I thought I was gonna get to harvest and make some jelly. Nope. As soon as they got a little bit ripe, they rotted and fell off. And then even the stuff that was still green was gone the next day. It was crazy. Granted, I know the birds didn't help with that. The birds were like stalking my grapes. But they weren't healthy plants because they were covered by weeds, so they weren't getting enough sun. I'm getting yelled at by cicada shells. There's apparently 7 cicada shells over there on that tree. So yeah. Found a wheelbarrow. Got a fixed fence. This fence was not put together correctly. As it's like starting to fall on us. As you can see, it's pulling away. It's put together really weird. So yeah. And then you've got pieces that are pulling away where instead of having this somewhere in the middle, it's hanging on like right at the edge right here. So that's not good. Hi, Lizzie. What do you think? For joining us on this updated tour of getting some of our projects done. It's rewarding, even though sometimes it feels like it's not much, or like in the case of digging ditches, sometimes things look worse before they look better. But, you know, little bits of progress get you done. So thanks again, and God bless.